Hello everyone, this is a brief addendum to the technical analysis crash course that we had last night. Okay, this video is going to be around 15 minutes long, and we'll be looking at how we can apply what we've learned to some indexes as well as stocks that were asked by various members. Okay, so the first one that we are looking at is S&P 500 index. Okay, so the S&P 500 index is an index which indexes many key stocks, blue chips generally, on the S&P 500. Now, as you can see from the charts, the S&P 500 prices, the candles, are supported by the 50 moving average, which is one of my favorite tools in moving averages. Now, there are other moving averages that can be useful, but in my experience, I find that the 50 period moving average, which will average the 50 days if it's on the daily chart, or the 54 hourly candles if it's on the 4 hourly chart, you average the last 50 period. Okay, so it performs an exponential function to the last 50 period. Now, we can use the simple moving average as well to give us some indication as to where are some possible areas of support to place our trade, right? So if I were to use this simple moving average tool, right, I see that the 20 moving average, the 50, 100, 150, 200 moving average, and so on is actually plotted on the chart, and we can see which of the lines actually supports the trend. Now we can see that the trend is supported by this line here, right? So I believe it is the, let us see, right, 50. Okay, let us see. So we start from 20, right? So 20, 50, 100, 150. So this is a 20 moving average, this is a 50 moving average, this is a 150, sorry, this is 100 moving average. Okay, so the S&P 500 is supported by the 100 moving average as well as the exponential moving average. Okay, as you all can see, the S&P 500 bounces off the 100 simple moving average as well as the 50 exponential moving average each time it challenges that line, right? Now, in terms of the strong uptrend, for most periods of time, the S&P 500 was supported by the 20 simple moving average. Can you see this part? The S&P 500 was supported by the 20 simple moving average, and therefore we can say that the S&P 500 is in a strong uptrend. All right, so if prices are supported by the 20 simple moving average, we can say that we have a strong uptrend. If prices are supported by the 50 period simple moving average or 100 SMA, we say that we have a moderate uptrend. Right? If prices are supported by the 200 SMA, this is the last line of defense, we say that there could be a weak uptrend. Okay, there could be a weak uptrend. So these are things to bear in mind when we're looking at how stocks are trending, because we learned that stocks can have three characteristic behaviors. They can be on an uptrend. So in an uptrend, the stock would be going up, then pullback, going up, and a slight pullback, going up, and a slight pullback. Now stocks do not go up in a straight line, so it is expected that there will be slight pullbacks. Sometimes the pullback can be quite lengthy over time. Now, stocks can also be on a downtrend, so there would also be likewise a pullback. Okay, so go down and then maybe a slight price pullback and then continue going down. Okay, so this is the trending behavior of a downtrending stock. There are also stocks that are going sideways. So stocks may be going sideways in the range, or the range could be in an upwards range, a slightly upwards kind of consolidation range, or it can be on a slightly downwards consolidation range. But in this case, I would be tempted to say it's on an uptrend, and in this case, I would be tempted to say that it's on a downtrend. So if the angle is pretty small, okay, if the angle of the consolidation is pretty small, then we'll say that it is consolidation. It's a sideways or zigzag movement of a stock. But if the angle is pretty steep like this, I would not say it's consolidation, but I would say that it is on a uptrend, right? And following a trend channel as we discussed last night. And this is on a downtrend, and it's following a downtrend channel. Now let's go and look at some other stocks that members have suggested, such as China Aviation Oil. Now, if we were to look at China Aviation Oil, which is a stock on the Singapore Stock Exchange, we note that this China Aviation Oil is supported by the 50 exponential moving average, and this is a very beautiful uptrend on the daily chart. Therefore, for China Aviation, a good place to place your trade is at an area of value which is around the 50 exponential moving average. Now, we do not want to place our trades too far away from the exponential moving average, because if I place my trade here, where should I put my stop loss? It is very unclear, and I'll easily be stopped out of my trade, right? And it's quite likely that the price will go down towards the area of value. So whenever the price is far away from an area of value, I would try not to buy the stock. Okay, right? I would try not to buy a stock if it is far away from an area of value. Now, another area of value that we can consider is this support resistance line that I can draw, which is at around $1.12. So if I were to go into China Aviation Oil, based on the idea that oil prices are increasing, I would buy China Aviation Oil at around 112, right? Because that is near two area of values, which is a 50 exponential moving average, the support resistance line, as well as the 100 simple moving average. All right, so China Aviation might be a good buy if you think that oil prices will continue to increase, but I'm not very familiar with this stock. So for technical analysis, it can only tell you part of the story. You need to be familiar with the fundamentals and the latest news. Now, when we look at SIA, it gets a little bit confusing. Okay, actually SIA we have discussed. So this is a possible cup and handle formation. Okay, and if it breaks the neckline, okay, it's a good sign. Now it has broken the neckline, okay, but we do not know how high it will go. Okay, this Singapore Airlines, we do not know how high it will go, so we will have to observe Singapore Airlines more. Now Singapore Airlines, there's this fuel hedging. Okay, I do not know if this will have any material impact with the oil prices increasing. Okay, so something to go and research whether oil price increase will affect the SIA price, because are they currently still hedging? Okay, another stock that I will discuss is Ping An, which is one of the member requested stocks. Ping An, we see the charts. Okay, we see the charts for Ping An. Appears that this moving average appears to be supporting Ping An. Okay, can you see this moving average? Okay, so I don't know what moving average is this, but it appears that Ping An is on some kind of uptrend, even though it is being in a sense it's not a very strong uptrend, but you can see some uptrending behavior. Currently, Ping An, can you see the exponential moving average is the gradient is not upward sloping anymore. So gradient is flatter, which means that this Ping An is now in a consolidation range. So no hurry to buy Ping An. I think if you want to buy Ping An, you can buy at around $90. This looks like a possible support line. Okay, so if you wish to buy Ping An insurance. Now, one of you all mentioned about CRM Salesforce. Okay, I don't know what this stock is about. So, you have to go and find out more. But based on the charts itself, you can see that CRM Salesforce is on a sideways kind of movement, and it would be ideal to buy CRM Salesforce at around 220 US dollars. Okay, so if we turn on our simple moving averages, we can find other areas of value. Okay, and you can see that this very solid line is kind of supporting the Salesforce stock, this blue solid line. Okay, so as the price goes down, right, as the price goes down and approaches the blue solid line, we might be interested to purchase Salesforce. Another stock that I will discuss